we are continuing our Q&A with PYD.
So I have a couple of questions along the lines of staying committed.
Oh, it takes a lot of discipline. It's actually discipline, and it takes a lot of preparation. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And one thing about life is that the only time you start at the top is when you are digging a pit.
But now to talk more about dedication. So for me as a young person, sometimes I feel like I'm dedicated to too many things that I can't really focus in on one thing and say I'm giving this my all. And I feel like for a lot of young people, we feel like we need to be well versed in so many different areas that sometimes we kind of stretch ourselves thin. So like, how do we actually know what to focus on and to stay dedicated to that?
Yeah, good question. You see, in life, one error that this generation, or the previous generation has made is this issue of multitasking. Multitasking. There was a time they were encouraging us to multitask, but you cannot actually be excellent with your weaknesses. If you improve on your weakness, the best you can get to is a mediocre level, but your strength can get to 100%. So you need to really sit down or speak to your friends, close associates, and you should know the area where you are good, and you should focus solely on that. Even David said that one thing have I desire, and that will I seek after. And Paul also said the same thing. One thing is needful. So you need to really learn about focus, and you focus on that area, of strength, your signature strength, as it is called. And once you discover it, that's your niche in life. You focus on it, you develop it, you grow in it. So the problem with a lot of people is that they focus on their weakness. They want to build up their weaknesses, focus on their strength, and as a result, this issue of this multitasking, as a result, people get overwhelmed, they get discouraged, and that's how people kick the bucket. But you need to discover your signature strength and build on it.
Thank you, sir. No, very insightful, and it does make a lot of sense. So I know for myself, I'll definitely be focusing in more on these things and taking the advice that you've given today.
Thank you. Have a great week.